let's tackle a huge question today, one that really gets to the heart of how we think about learning. Do we actually have learning styles? Okay, let's jump right in. I bet you've heard this before, right? Maybe a teacher told you this back in school. It's such a common label, and it feels like it's supposed to help you, figure yourself out. Or hey, maybe this is the one that rings a bell. The idea that you learn best by listening, lectures, podcasts, you name it. And then there's the hands-on person, right? The kinesthetic learner who just has to do something to get it. All these labels, they feel so personal, so scientific, they just feel right. But what if they're not? Yeah, you heard that right. The whole idea of learning styles, the way we've been taught to think about them, it's a myth. It's actually one of the biggest, most persistent myths in all of education. So how did an idea with almost zero scientific proof become a global sensation? Well, the biggest reason is pretty simple. The idea is just comforting. It gives us an easy label, a neat little box to put ourselves in that seems to explain why some things are easy for us and other things are a struggle. And this idea didn't just stay in our heads. Oh no, institutions ran with it. Schools designed entire lesson plans around it. Companies paid for training programs that pushed it. And businesses poured millions, literally millions of dollars into products for these styles. It basically became an industry all on its own. Okay, so if it's that popular, what happens when you actually put it under the microscope, scientifically? Well, researchers have done just that. And not just once or twice, we're talking hundreds of times. And what's great is that the experiment is really straightforward. First, you figure out a student's supposed style. Let's say they're visual. Then you teach them something using a matched method, like showing them a diagram. But you also teach them using a mismatched method, like just a spoken lecture. And then you compare. Simple, right? If the theory holds up, they should learn way better with a diagram. And here are the results. Every single time. There's no difference. None. Study after study finds that matching the teaching method to someone's preferred style has zero measurable impact on how well they learn. They don't learn better, they don't learn faster, nothing. So let's be super clear about this. The learning styles theory isn't just a little unsupported. It is one of the most thoroughly tested and consistently debunked ideas in psychology today. The scientific consensus here is absolutely overwhelming. So, if we're not visual learners or auditory learners, then how in the world does our brain actually learn things? Well, the truth is way cooler and a lot more connected. See, your brain isn't a bunch of separate boxes. When you're learning, it's firing on all cylinders, mashing everything together. It's taking in the visuals, the sounds, the words, even physical movement, and weaving it all together with your memories. Learning is a multi-sensory experience by its very nature. Your brain wants all of it. Okay, but this is the big one, isn't it? If the science is so clear, why does it feel so real? I mean, deep down, a lot of us really believe we have a learning style. It just seems so obvious. And here's the answer. It's a classic mix-up. We confuse our personal preference with actual performance. You might absolutely love watching a documentary. That's a preference. But that doesn't automatically mean it's more effective for you than, say, reading a book and writing down notes. What we enjoy isn't always what makes the information stick. So if we toss out the whole idea of learning styles, what do we replace it with? Well, the good news is that science gives us a really clear roadmap with proven, effective strategies that work for pretty much everyone. See, real learning isn't about matching a style. It's about deep engagement. It's about actually focusing your attention. It's about good old-fashioned practice and repetition to build those pathways in your brain. It's about getting your hands dirty with the material, questioning it, trying to explain it to someone else, and always, always connecting new stuff to what you already know. So let's redefine this term once and for all. A learning style isn't some deep truth about how your brain is wired. It's just a description of what you currently prefer. And hey, it's fine to know your preferences, but mistaking them for a fixed ability is what can really hold you back. And honestly, the real takeaway here is so empowering. You are not stuck in a box. Your brain is this incredibly flexible, adaptable, multisensory machine. Please don't let a simple label put a limit on what it can do. At the end of the day, this is what it all boils down to. Success isn't about having a certain style. It's about having a toolbox of different strategies and knowing which one to pull out for the job. Learning to play guitar requires a different approach than learning chemistry, and that's true for all of us. So instead of asking, what's my style, the more powerful question is, what's the best strategy for this? So looking at these proven methods, from active engagement to using multiple senses, which one will you decide to try out first? Seriously, the answer could completely change the way you learn.